Hi guys, so I'm just now getting home from work. It's about 5:30 in the afternoon. I'm gonna try to beat the sun going down, which is a very common game we play here. Yeah, so before work I picked up a whole load of compost. Now we have a local compost facility and you can get a whole truckload for $6, which beats hands down buying bags of soil for the garden. And so the bummer is they're only open from Tuesday to Thursday for certain hours. Now they're open all the time if you want to load it yourself, but I really do not want to shovel from the ground up into the truck a whole truckload. So to us it is totally worth it to pay the $6 and they just dump it with the tractor. Puppy, I'm sorry. So now it's going to be way easier to unload it than it would be to load it, but I also have to milk the goats. You can hear them in the background. I have to do all of the farm chores, feed everybody, and yeah, try to get this compost out of my truck bed before dark. Tomorrow I have to work, so if I don't get it done tonight, it'll have to be done tomorrow night, and then we'll be playing the same game of Beat the Dark. Can you guys hear the goats in the background? They're not too happy. But we just budded the kids this morning. Oh my goodness. So for those of you that don't know, our goats, they don't have horns. That's what disbudded means. But it means that when they're babies, you have to burn off where the horns would come in. So it's like a special iron that you use. And it smells god-awful. I mean, it's essentially burning flesh and hair. But if you do it now, they won't grow the horns, and then later they won't get stuck in the fences. I mean, it's much safer for the goat to not have their horns, and it's only like 10 seconds worth of pain. And I mean, 2 minutes later, they've completely forgotten about it. They're back nursing on mamas and running around. So I guess it's like anything that you do, you know, as babies, like giving shots or circumcision or anything painful where it's painful in the moment and it's awful and you're very thankful you don't have to do it over and over again. So we did that this morning. So the goats the mamas are not too sure about what we're doing with their babies, because all they know is that we took the babies and babies were screaming. So mamas are not very happy with me, but I have to milk them. I have to unload the compost, and I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see the garden, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with the compost. So hang on, I'll be back. Okay, so I just turned the camera around. We got some chicken sex going on right there. Those chickens are helping spread that pile, which I really don't want spread, but that's what happens with the chickens. So the compost is going in the garden. My problem is we have this fence up to keep the chickens out, and I have to take down the fence in order to get the compost in, but that means the chickens can go in. So I'm gonna have to lock up all of the chickens before I can even start in here. So I'll probably end up milking the goats first, because we lock up the chickens while we milk the goats, because otherwise they just take all of the goat feed out of the goat feeder, and then the goats get super stressed and they don't milk very well. So my plan of action is I'm going to lock up the chickens, I'm going to milk the goats, I'm going to do the garden, and then I'm going to let the chickens back out. But, okay, here, let me take down, oh. There. Now we can kind of step over it. So the compost is going to fill up this bed here, and, sorry, I'm walking by the bees, so I like to be careful. Okay, I also need to build another layer on here. I have some wood laying about, so it shouldn't take that long. And then I need to put compost all on top of, these are our potatoes, so they need to be completely covered so we can't see green. So if that doesn't take the whole load of compost, and if I still have extra, I'm going very slowly to fill up these two beds here. So this bed here, it's probably half full, it just needs more. And then that bed there needs more too. But that might have to be next week. So my goal for tonight is to do the potatoes. Obviously the pigs are hungry. and to start filling up this bed here. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, let's go lock up the chickens. Chickens! Come on, chickens! Come on! They're all running. They know. Come on! Come on, babies! Okay, they're gonna lead the way right to their chicken coop. And the puppy is right here helping. Come on, let's go. I'll show you guys how easy it is to lock them up. Come on, you guys know where to go. Alright, come in. So I gotta ignore all the mess. We'll get a scoop right here. Alright. Okay. Oh, you can say hi to the camera? Say hi. And they all go. Chickens will do anything for food. Come on, everyone. Go in. Alright, is everybody in? It might be as good as we're gonna get it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and milk the goats, and then we'll start spreading some compost. So I'm inside getting the milking equipment, and of course we didn't wash it from this morning. So I'm waiting for the water to boil so I can wash it. And I thought I would show you these lovely quiches I made. Yeah, aren't they gorgeous? Apparently, so we have a propane oven, and apparently there's some issue with the ratio of the propane and the air. So the oven completely soots everything you try to cook in it. Obviously we're gonna have to get this fixed. So right now we are just using the oven for like the cook stove, but I guess I forgot about the soot issue and was optimistic and decided I would make quiche using our milk from our goats and eggs from our chickens. And I baked it and I baked it, and I went to get them out, and they look like this. Now they might taste fine, but I'm not going to eat them. So this is what the pigs are getting. They'll get 2 quiches. Then I had leftover eggs and milk that I just cooked up for the pigs. So they will get all of this. They also get some popcorn that I made last night. So we like to use jalapeno oil in our popcorn. Oh, it is so good. So this is the remnants of the popcorn we had the other night during movie night. So the pigs will get the popcorn, they'll get the quiche, they'll get the scrambled eggs, and whatever else I find for them before dinner time. Oh yeah, there's some apples they'll probably get there. But yeah, alright. Alright, so I'm out here to do the milking, and I came over to check on this rabbit here. This lady is due to be a mama any day now. Today is day 28 since we bred her. So typically they'll go from day 28 to about 32 before you'll see babies. And the telltale sign is they start pulling fur. So can you see the nest she's making there? Oops, it's gonna focus there. So I'm gonna give her some more straw. I have a whole handful right here. And hang on. She usually will start bunching it up with her mouth. She might not because we're here. But she'll just take it and she'll use it for her nest. I'm gonna see what she's gonna do. Inspect it. Yep, she's gonna start bunching it up in her mouth, so watch this. Maybe. Alright, so she's picking out the stuff she wants in her nest. So she's due any day now. This mama over here is just a couple days behind the white one. So she'll be doing the same probably by next week. And then this guy right here is the dad. So these are going to provide our meat. Alright, let's go check out the milk. Alright, so Miss Scarlet here, and the roosters, is all ready for milking. She's in the stand. Now, she has some very odd teeth. So we just milk her from one side, and we just milk her right into the bucket. But, yeah, I mean, she's a pretty easy milker, as long as she has food in front of her. If she doesn't have any food, then forget about it. And they're knocking over buckets. But, yeah, so I'm going to milk her. Then I'm going to do the same to the other mamas. And then we'll feed everybody inside. And get to doing... Oh, then we'll do all the rest of the chores. And then get to unloading the compost. So, here we go. I thought I would show you what a normal udder looks like compared to Miss Scarlet's. But this here is Trixie, and she is just as easy to milk. But with her, because her udder is normal, I can put the pail right underneath her, and I don't have to hold it in between my legs at an angle like I do with Scarlet. So, Scarlet came to us with a misformed udder. I don't know what happened in her past, but she's perfectly fine. She had healthy babies, and she milks just fine. The milk is normal. It's just her udder is a little bit damaged from previous. So, Trixie here has a perfectly good udder and milks very easily. And I'm gonna get going with both hands. Oops, I just sprayed my leg. You guys see it's all over my leg. Nice. Alright. Talk to you later. Bye. So, first thing we do with the milk is I make 2 bottles. And Miss Charlotte here gets one. And Miss Jane, who is right there exploring the milk stand, gets the other one. So, Charlotte was born at the end of January. And we picked her up last week, maybe? Atlas is always... Well, now he's sniffing where we just put her. But, our old bottle that we had, it used to leak like, excuse me, half of the bottle would spill out, so Atlas would clean it all up. But now I bought some new nipples, and so it doesn't spill, so Atlas gets kind of mad that he doesn't get any milk. But he'll get a bowl full. So this is probably my favorite part of milking, is just feeding the babies. Jade, hop down! They're just so excited. It makes for some super friendly goats if you bottle feed. And yeah, I know, baby. There's nothing. James trying to climb on my back. But yeah, they're pretty fun, and we love them. So Charlotte is a Nubian, and then Jane, the white one, is a Boer goat. So I know, you're too close. We have 2 Boer goats. The rest we have are registered Nubians. But one of our goals is to grow all of our own meat. And so we have the meat rabbits, and we're hopefully going to get some meat chickens. And we wanted to add meat goats to that. So the neighbor across the way from us has Boers, and so we traded him for some eggs and jam and got 2 goats. So it was a pretty darn good trade in my book. But we got Jane, and then we got a boar. Sorry for the chicken noise. So hopefully next year we'll be able to breed them. Obviously they're too little right now. And then we'll have some boar babies, and along with the newbies. Are you gonna clean it up? You gonna drink the last of it, Charlotte? So, alright, I'm gonna go feed Jane now. Can you guess whose turn it is to get fed? Alright, it's the pig's turn. Let's see if I can knock it. Oh, score! Alright. He gets an apple. This will quiet them down for a minute. 1 apple. Try not to hit the pigs. 2. Oh, square on the nose. Alright. So, we have this yummy quiche right here. Alright, and let's see if I can do this left-handed. Oh, so close. Alright, so Mr. Tank gets a quiche and an apple and some scrambled eggs. Ew, okay, I'm not going to touch the rest of it. Alright, then we're going to go down here and feed the bacon seeds, who are enjoying their apple. Try not to make you guys dizzy. Alright, let's see if I can hold the phone in my left hand. Oh, sorry. Okay, so if you remember earlier, I said the pigs have cattle panels for their fence, and then they have hot wire, and then right in front of the gate we have 2 strands of hot wire too. Just so that way they get used to having hot wire all around, so that way when the gate is open, they don't try to charge out at all. And we made these 2 strands lower than the rest of the pen so that we can easily step over them without tripping and getting our foot caught on hot wire. So, I'm going to step in, and of course they've moved their food bowl into the mud pit. Oh, hang on. Oh, look at all that mud. Okay, look here. Oh, you got a treat tonight. Ooh! Alright. So they get a quiche, popcorn, and some scrambled eggs. And everybody is enjoying their feed. So Tank's enjoying his. In the background, the boys just got fed. And Valkyrie is way over there eating her food. And now I just have to go feed the big dogs. And then we're done. And then I can start unloading compost. So, bacon seeds. If I haven't mentioned before, we're raising American guinea hogs. So, this one right here is the boy, and he's castrated. This is his sister, which is exactly why he is castrated. So, this guy here is gonna be, I'm not kicking him, I promise, I'm just pointing. He's gonna be our bacon this year, and we're gonna butcher him this fall. We're gonna keep her to breed with Mr. Tank over there, and then have baby pigs next year, because they're too little right now. So, I'm gonna go feed the big dogs and see what the puppy is barking at, and then get to work on some compost. Alright, it's now about 6:30. All the chores are done. Now it's just a matter of getting to this huge pile of compost. So, I've got my shovel and I've got my wheelbarrow. I had to go buy a wheelbarrow because we didn't have one, and it's been on my list of things to buy, and so I didn't want to unload the compost without a wheelbarrow tonight since my husband's working. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the garden, and we might also be playing Beat the Rain. So we're playing Beat the whatever, whether it's darkness or rain tonight, but I'm going to stop jibber-jabbering and get to work. So I'll show you guys my progress. Again, this is what we're starting with, the whole truckload of compost. Alright, I had a genius idea. You know the whole work harder, or work smarter, not harder saying, where like you should make things as easy as possible rather than doing, you know, harder work to do the same thing. So my genius plan was to take the garden bed that was right here, and instead of building a new one on top of the potatoes, I relocated it there, because I made all of these the same size, so that way I could stack them or unstack them if I needed to. So I put that garden bed on the potatoes. So the potatoes are now 3 boxes deep, and I moved the truck and just backed it up so I can just shovel it right into this garden bed. And guys, look at that good parking job. Pretty proud of it. So I'm gonna, since this is the first priority to get the potatoes covered, rather than put down the compost on the empty bed, that's what I'm gonna do. Then if I have enough light, I'll build the other bed, with the lumber that I have here. And then I can finish unloading compost onto that. And if I run out of light, at least I know the potatoes are done. So, I'm gonna get cracking. Alright. Alright, it's getting kind of dark. And I've moved the truck again so I can do another garden bed. But I'm standing up in the truck bed, and I thought I would just give you a aerial, well, semi-aerial view of what we're looking at. So this is the potato bed right there. You can see it's not full because you don't want to fill it up completely. You want to let the leaves, you know, the potato leaves come through. And then once they're all through is when you want to start filling it up again. Just until the leaves are covered, and then you let them poke through again. So you're constantly layering it as soon as you see the leaves coming through. So that's why it's not full. But yeah, we've got the beds, the bees. That one there didn't need any dirt. This one just needed some in the corner there. There's a little low spot. This one was completely empty, so that's what I'm working on now. That one was halfway full, and same with that one there. And then I'm gonna wait. It's getting too dark to do any, like I'd have to get the saw out to start cutting some lumber. So I'm gonna wait on that bed after that one wagon load of compost that I put in. But, okay, so I'm gonna show you. Alright, right in front of the horse trailer, in front of the electric pole, is the drive-in. So I'm gonna give you a 360-degree view before it gets too dark, and I'm gonna go slow. That's where we had to cut down the bee tree, so we still have the ladder out there. Here's the garden. I took down the fence completely so that I could get the truck in and get the wheelbarrow in. There's the pigs. And Tank is in a, no, Tank's in the corner there. You can see the sunset is gorgeous. There's Joseph the Nubian and the little boy buckling, or the little, obviously it's a boy buckling, the little buckling boar that does not have a name yet. The goat house. There's Stash the sheep, and Valkyrie the guard dog, and the ridge in the background. Alright, and then there's the tiny house. And it's all a mess right now, but such is life. So that there with the green door is the outhouse. That pen there is the big dogs. Then all back there starts the girls. That's like the side of the girls' pen. You can see the girls back there. The carport. So underneath the carport is where we have the chickens. And this tin roof here is for the rabbits. That's their cages. So the girls' pen starts way over there, goes all beyond the carport, and goes like way out there, and then it goes way back. So the girls have a pretty huge run. And our driveway goes in a circle, and then we are back at the horse trailer. So one thing you might notice is there's not a neighbor in sight, which we absolutely love. Well, I lied. Up there through the trees, you can see the lights of the neighbor across the highway. But that's about it. Yeah, so I absolutely love it this way. I wish we were a little bit more remote, but we're on family property, so it is what it is, and we're so thankful to be here. Yeah, and we're gonna make it a homestead. The goats are playing in their trough, but we're back to the garden and the bees. So I'm gonna get going. It's getting too dark to film, so this is gonna be my last little clip. Tonight, there's not much more that's gonna change, except hopefully I'll get that bed filled up. Yeah, alright, signing off. Okay, one last video. Look at that sunset. Amazing. I absolutely love the sunsets here on the property. Sorry if I'm out of breath from shoveling. But yeah, it is just gorgeous. So I thought you guys might like to see it.